Hi, welcome to my home. My name is Kathy, and in today's video I'm going to be doing some rebel canning. I'm going to be canning up some milk. I know a lot of people would not do that, but I've done my research, so if this is something you want to do, then please do your research, and there we have it. That's what we're going to be doing today. So we come back, we'll be in my kitchen, and I'll show you how to put it all together. Okay, so what I have here are 18 pint-sized jars. They've been sterilized and cooled off. I have 2 gallons of whole milk. I have my lids heating up in water, and I have my pressure canner ready. Normally when I'm pressure canning, I don't heat my lids, but because this is going to have a very short processing time, I do want to make sure that the lids are heated. So all we're going to do is fill up our jars with the milk, leaving a 1-inch headspace. Everything is at room temperature. I let my milk sit out while I was getting my jars and my canner ready. So my jars are cool, the milk is cool, and the canner is cool. I'm just going to go through and check my headspace to make sure I don't have any that are too high. Or too low. That one's a little high. If your headspace is off, you could get siphoning. I'm going to pull a little bit of milk out of the refrigerator to fill this one the rest of the way. I'll set that to this side for right now. Next, I'm going to go through and wipe my rims. Normally I would use vinegar because this is a full fat milk, but I do not want to take the chance of getting any vinegar in my milk. So I am using just water. I'm going to put on a lid, no rain, fingertip tight, and into the canner. There's 19 pints in the canner, double stacked. Now I'll get the lid on and start bringing this up to temperature. Okay, so I have the flame on low medium because I don't want this to come up to temperature too fast because I don't want the milk to process too quickly. I want it to very slowly come up to temperature. That way the milk doesn't caramelize on me. So once this comes up to temperature and I have a steady stream of steam coming out of my vent, I'll let this vent for 10 minutes and then I'm going to put on my 15-pound weight because for my altitude that's the weight that I process at. Then once it comes up to pressure, I'm going to turn it off and then let it sit until the pressure comes all the way down. Okay, this has been venting for 10 minutes, so now I'm going to put my 15-pound weight on. You'd want to check the weight that you would need to use based on your altitude, so don't just follow the weight that I'm using. Now what I did on this part took like 2 hours. My stove goes from a 1 to 7 on the gas level. I started it off at a 3, and then once the canner seemed like it leveled out and it wasn't going to get any hotter, I bumped it up a little bit and then just kept stepping it up. Ultimately I ended up at about a little over a 5 at the very end in order to get a strong steady stream. Just under 5 I was able to get a little bit of a stream of steam. I needed it to be stronger. I needed it to be a very good solid stream of steam, so that's why I bumped it up just above 5. So like I said, that whole process took about 2 hours, where normally I would have started it off at like 5 or 6 if I was just canning like meat or vegetables, something like that. But because this is milk, I needed to step it up and go slower with raising my temperature. So now what I'm going to do is just let this come up to pressure. Once my jiggler starts to jiggle, I am going to turn off the heat and let my canner sit until the pressure comes all the way down, and then I'll be able to take off my lid. Okay, this is up to pressure. Now I'm going to turn off the heat and just let the canner sit until it comes all the way down to a 0 pressure, and then I'll get my jars out of the canner. So here we have it, 18 jars of canned whole milk, shelf stable, and ready to use in recipes or to add to cereal. However you would use regular milk, you would use this, although it will be a little bit thicker, so you may need to thin it down a little bit. And I definitely suggest, if you're going to drink it or use it in cereal, something like that, that you first put it in the refrigerator to chill. All of my jars sealed up beautifully, so now all I need to do is remove my rings, wash my jars, label them, and get them on the pantry shelf. Well, I hope you liked today's video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon to be notified each time I put out a new video. Well, until next time, I hope you have an amazing day, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye now.